guys, today I'm here with a chit chat. Get ready with me. We're going to be trying out some new makeup. I have the new Fenty palette, new Makeup Forever foundation. Lots of very exciting things to try, and I have been on vacation. This is the first video that I'm filming since I've been back, and it feels so good to be back. I have missed you. It feels like years since I've sat down and just done my makeup and chatted with you, so let's go ahead and get started. Really quickly, I just want to chat about two products that I used to prep my kind of skin and lips. The first is new from Origins. It's their Clear Improvement Charcoal Honey Mask to Purify and Nourish, and I'm really liking this. Superficially, it has a great kind of charcoal color with this gold shimmery reflect running through it, but no chunks of anything in there, and I really like this. I think this is a great mask if you have combination to oily skin. I know they have another one that's a little bit more intense, I guess, for more oily skin, but I really like this one too. It goes on really creamy, really thick. It's good for textured skin, pores, oiliness, but it also has the honey in there to nourish, which I think is really important and something that can totally be forgotten by my oily skin friends. So enjoying this. This is my second time using it. And then I also have the Sugar Lip Wonder Drops on my lips. These are kind of like a lip primer. They've got AHAs in there to help smooth the lips and prep them. It doesn't feel super hydrating, I'll say. So it is the kind of thing that I would definitely use like before a lipstick. It's not that it feels drying, but it doesn't feel as hydrating as something like a lip mask, but it does have great ingredients in there, and it is a really nice thin consistency. So if you did want to put this on under a liquid lipstick or something that was matte, it wouldn't cause it to kind of slide around, which I think is nice, and it does act as a nice base. But let's go ahead and get into my face. Firstly, I'm going to use this from Bobbi Brown. It is their Primer Plus Mattifier. This is their mattifying primer. Controls oil and shine, blurs pores, and refreshes skin. Most of the products I'm using today are going to be first impressions, and then most of them are new. Some of them are just new to me for the most part. And you may have noticed that like the lower half of my face is so much darker than like this part of my face, because I wore gigantic sunglasses the whole time, and I probably should have switched up my sunglasses because the dark, like the half of my face is a different color. But anyways, as if I didn't have a hard enough time matching foundations to my skin. This feels really nice. It almost feels silicone-y, but not to the point where it's like gonna ball up on the skin. I'm not totally sure of what the ingredients are here, but it feels really good. It feels like somewhere in between a lotion and one of those more traditional primers, but I hate the ones that you feel like you really need to be so careful with it to not disrupt your foundation, because that to me is just annoying. The whole point of a primer is kind of to enhance the makeup, not to like make it a more difficult step. So this feels really good. Mary Kay has come out with a bunch of new stuff, so I thought I would try this. This is their Reviving Facial Spray. They also have a makeup setting spray, which I haven't tried, but what's interesting is they're both by Skindinavia, and Skindinavia is kind of like one of the OG setting spray people, and they're the ones who actually do Urban Decay's. So I was really curious to try this, and I really do want to try their makeup setting spray. But this is the Reviving Facial Spray, and basically it's just kind of following in that same suit of all the facial sprays that are out there right now, which I cannot get enough of. I've really gotten into using them prior to foundation application. They're great. This is one that you can use makeup free. It's not necessarily a makeup product. It has good ingredients in there like vitamins and minerals for your skin. You can use it to refresh throughout the day, prep makeup, etc., etc. So has a pretty coconutty scent, but a really light mist, feels really good. And the reason that I wanted to use that is because I used a mattifying primer, and then I'm also going to be using a mattifying foundation. So I have the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. This is their new foundation. They sent me a couple shades. I'm not sure what shade I'm going to be. And I love pretty much everything Makeup Forever does. I don't think there's only one product from them that I haven't enjoyed. They came out with like this lacquery lipstick thing, which came in all really bright shades, and it had a really thick consistency and was really glossy, which is just not my preference. But otherwise, they knock it out of the park. They don't do like the most crazy packaging or crazy collections, but their products are just always really, really good. And I really love everything I tried from them. So I have Y405 and Y415. I reviewed their water blend a while back and really liked that, even though nobody else liked it. But I was like, it's not supposed to be high coverage. Why are you looking for coverage? Okay, Y415. That looks like it could be good. I'm quite, like my body is quite dark. I don't know if you can tell. And then Y405. I'm gonna go with this one. I just realized all of my makeup brushes are in my makeup bag. I haven't done my makeup or touched it since I got back from vacation, so let me grab those brushes. And if you're curious about the makeup I took on vacation or toiletries, etc., I have videos on that, so I will link them down below. So I'm gonna dot some on the skin. It says it's medium to full. Medium to full coverage, suitable for combination oily skin, 24-hour wear with flexi fit, which means it's supposed to be more comfortable and kind of move with the skin and not be like a mask. And it says it's waterproof. And this is interesting. I was just reading it as I was wetting my sponge. It says it's enriched with cinnamon and ginger to be respectful of your skin. But what's interesting about this packaging is the French is first, so I feel like that's a French translation. I feel like that's not like a common term that you would use unless they're trying to be different, but not that it's like super bizarre, like it makes sense, but I feel like it's a bit of an odd way to put it. Okay, so that looks really good. Of course, with the wet sponge, you are going to get less coverage, and I really did not use much product. The actual product itself feels really thick, like really, really thick on the hand. Look how light it looks on my hand. I'm super tan right now, but it blends out really nicely. I actually totally could have went darker, but this is what they sent. And I think this Y415 is generally my shade, but I think because I have a lot of color right now, post-vacation, it looks a little bit light, but it looks really good. It doesn't feel like dry or cakey, and it's blending out quite nice. And let me know if you'd like a review on this. I think I will do a review because I always do enjoy, like I said, I always enjoy Makeup Forever products, so I want to test it out a little bit further, but I thought we would test it here together. So for concealer, this isn't super new, but it is on the newish side, and I haven't tried it. It's the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer, and they sent me this, wow, they sent me the shade 3C, so I'm gonna try this, and I have reviewed this foundation and liked it. It's definitely one that's good. Oh, it's so peachy. You're so peachy. It's too much, I think. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's see. I think because it's the C, I could have used for maybe the W or the N, I think they come in. Because this is quite peach. Doesn't look as bad as I blend it out. Just gonna have to really pat it into the skin. It definitely feels like more creamy and a little more lightweight and moisturizing than the foundation, because the foundation is super matte. So interesting that this seems a little bit more creamy. I don't find it to be super full coverage in comparison to like a Shape Tape or the new Too Faced concealer, which I also reviewed and will link below. And I think this light concealer is further highlighting how much lighter the center of my face is. But anyways, to set my under eyes, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Cali Contour Palette. I have been enjoying this. I've used this quite a few times now, especially the under eye powder. I'm kind of particular about my under eye powders, and the fact that I like, oh god, oh no. The fact that I like one that's coming in a palette is huge. Nothing's matching me anymore. And I had someone ask me, I think on my travel makeup bag video, about, you know, what do you do when you're traveling on a beach vacation because your skin tone's going to change if you're going to be wearing foundation. For me, I wore foundation once for my waterproof makeup video, which was a huge fail. I don't know if that's up yet. If it is, it will be listed down below. I also have 2 vlogs from the vacation and a swimsuit lookbook, all listed down below. In general, everything I list, if I'm being good, is listed down below. I do my best to do that because I hate when people mention stuff and they don't list it. But what was my point? Oh, if you do want to wear if you do want to wear foundation on like a beach vacation, I recommend bringing either color adjusting drops, or don't bring the full size of 2 foundations. Bring like little sample sizes, get like little containers and bring those of like 2 foundations if you feel like you're going to need to mix. You can also bring a darker powder foundation. Of course, a little bit of a deeper bronzer. I'm gonna lightly set this. I'm gonna use a throwback powder here. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin. I quite like this powder. I used it for a while. And I was trying to find a powder. I was like, what powder am I gonna use? And I wanted to use something that wasn't too mattifying because I have those other products that were mattifying. And I find this is quite a nice smooth powder that's not too matte. I'm just kind of bringing that powder, like the remnants, up to my under eyes because I just don't want it to look too stark of a difference. So now let's go ahead and bring you in for brows and eyes. So for brows, I'm going to be using from Kiss. This is their Top Brow Fine Precision Brow Pencil, and I really, really like this. I got one of these a while back. I guess they sent it to me, and then I cracked it and it was like in half, but I continued to use it because I liked it a lot. And then they sent me another one. They sent out a package, I think right before I went on vacation, and I was like, oh yay, because I really do like it. I think it's a great, there's so many options for good, affordable brow pencils now, which is amazing. And I quite enjoy this one. Kiss is available at Rexall here in Toronto. It's also available at Chlore Beauty. And I think it's available at London Drugs if you live on the west coast of Canada. Oh, and I got my eyebrows threaded before vacation. If you saw my one of my weekly vlogs, I vlogged the experience, and it was actually quite a good experience. I was really nervous because I'm particular about my brows. I hadn't had them done in like 6 months because my previous brow person moved like 3 hours away. But I think they look really good. So if you want to see that, again, linked below. For the eyes, I'm really excited to be using the Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette, and the packaging is gorgeous. I have not touched it yet. I think it is a really nice selection of shades, in my opinion. I think it's quite neutral, really, in reality, neutral and warm, which I prefer. And then you're getting those little pops of blue, which are super fun. And I also have the eyeshadow primer. I've heard really, really good things about this eyeshadow primer, and this is my first time using both of these products, so I will have to report back. I definitely want to keep testing this eyeshadow primer, because as someone with oily eyelids, it's just, you need a good eyeshadow primer, because otherwise there's just no point. Right off the bat, I'm a little annoyed that there's no shades in here. I understand that that would totally ruin this beautifulness, but I'm like, okay, is it, like, am I using Cumin Get It? I guess, yeah, I'm using Cumin Get It, because then the way you're looking at it, like this shade here is actually this shade over here in the palette, if that makes sense. Maybe I'll be like a real beauty YouTuber and use the mirror. So I am going to use this shade here, Cumin Get It. Cumin Get It, like the spice. Feels super powdery, which I don't mind or care. Ooh, beautiful. Oh, I haven't worn eyeshadow in so long. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Feels good so far. And I wasn't sure if I was going to bring this up or not. But I think I haven't, like, I don't think I'm going to be doing 3 looks, 1 palettes anymore, okay? There, I said it. And the reason for that is they're my most labor-intensive videos, and then they sometimes perform worse than, like, out of any videos that I do. So to me, it's just not worth it. There's a few that have done well in the past, but it's just such a labor-intensive video that if people aren't going to watch it, then, like, that's fine. But the thing is like, people are always been requesting 3 looks, 1 palettes. That was why I started the series, was because it was requested, but then when I started doing it, no one was watching. So, like, for the Urban Decay Born to Run, I got tons of requests. So I did a video on YouTube, and then I did 2 on Instagram. So I always try to do multiple looks, but to dedicate a video to multiple looks of a palette to me is, I don't know, it wasn't performing well, which is fine. It's okay. But because I was like, should I do a 3 looks, 1 palette with this video, with this palette? Then I was like, no, I don't know. It's too, I just have so many things to talk about. There's so much new makeup. I had to film my July favorites, my monthly makeup basket. I have an SPF video I want to do. Like, I have so many videos in my mind all the time. I could upload a video every single day. I have so many ideas. Like, I right now have ideas up until the end of August, moving into September. Like, I have no problem with that. So if I have a video that I don't think is actually going to do well, and I have videos that I know are going to do well, or whatever it might be, like, if I had gotten this palette a little bit earlier, maybe I would have. But I'll probably do another look on Instagram, so keep your eyes peeled there. This shade is beautiful. Like, that's the only thing I put on my eyes, and it's beautiful. Next, I'm going to take Saffron here, and this is their brush as well. It's their all over eyeshadow brush. It's so pretty. I love the color of the bristles. It's kind of pink. And I was so busy prepping for this trip that I really haven't seen much on this palette. I feel like not a lot of people talked about it. I don't know if I'm wrong. I haven't watched much YouTube. Like, I'm doing so much catching up on YouTube and everything because I was doing so much work before my trip, and then on my trip we didn't have Wi-Fi, which was kind of amazing. Like, we only had very limited Wi-Fi. And then now that I've been back, I've been playing catch up and honestly watching a lot of true crime documentaries and true crime shows, and not as much YouTube right now. Gonna take leftovers from the brush and run it down here. But let me know if you have this palette, what you're thinking. Packaging is surely gorgeous. This to me is a much better palette than the palette they released over the holidays. That to me, like, I understand that it had a point of glitters and stuff, but I felt like because there was so much pandemonium about Fenty Beauty, I can almost guarantee you so many people bought that palette because they believe in Fenty and they believe in Rihanna, and it was so hyped up that they bought it and never used it because it's full of so many glittery shades, which, I mean, there's no problem with that. Like, I bought stuff and it's just sat there and I have no problem with it, but I just feel like this is a palette that more people can get down with, and you have some kind of interesting fun shades, and you have some things that make it more quote-unquote wearable. Glitter is wearable too if you want it to be, whatever. Live your life. Now I'm going to take the shade Quicksand. I'm taking that on my finger and just, ooh, that's super pigmented. It's a beautiful shade. I love these kind of shades because they don't always pop on my skin, and when they do, hell yeah. And on my inner corner, I'm going to take this like really bright pink here. We'll see how that goes in the shade Sahara Stunner. Hopefully I'm not getting all these shades wrong. I'm sure somebody will surely let me know if I'm wrong. Always do. Here we go. So I'm going to put this on my inner corner. And it's interesting because to you, like, it probably didn't feel like I was gone because I wasn't to you. But I really wanted and like worked my butt off to make sure I had videos go up while I was gone. I didn't want it to be a break from my channel. I always feel like I'm chasing that carrot with my YouTube channel, if you know what I mean, because I still am in this growth stage, and I don't want to just take a break, and I don't need to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very lucky to have a job where I can, like, you know, work double shifts basically before I leave, get all my work done, and then go on vacation, and things are still kind of rolling on my channel. I wasn't able to get to comments as quickly or anything, but videos are still going up. Like, I've never understood huge YouTubers. They're like, guys, sorry, like, I have no video going up this week, which, I mean, obviously people get sick. Like, I'm not expecting everybody to have like 4-5 videos up a week, but if it's your job and if it's your channel, I don't understand how people don't have videos kind of like in the bank, as I call it. Like, I always have a declutter or an empties or something that maybe this is like too much information. I'm pulling back the curtain too much, but I always have a video there just in case something happens. And of course, like, I've missed days. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Okay, I got a little carried away there when I was talking. I'm just mixing together that pink and that light brown under my eye. I'm gonna be trying out the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, and I'm not like calling anybody out. This is no shade. There's no underlying thing here. I'm just saying in general, like, in my experience, that's how I like to run my channel, is to make sure that I'm never disappearing for too long. But sometimes I honestly think there's strategy in it too, because if you're gone and you're really big and people miss you, then when you come back, you'll get really good views. But then again, you see other people who go away for too long, like, I mean like a long time, like a year or whatever, and they have a hard time recovering from it. Wow, this mascara is really good. Wow, I like this a lot. I wasn't sure about the brush. The brush looks a little weird, but it's crazy lengthening. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the Nude by Nature Matte Press Bronzer in Bondi Bronze. Haven't tried this before. Let me know if you'd like a full face of Nude by Nature. I have a lot of their products, enough for a full face, I think. And I've had their stuff tucked away in a bag with the intention of doing it. And again, like I'm annoying myself. I bought stuff from e.l.f. to do like a what's new from e.l.f. haul months ago now, and it's just sitting in a bag. I haven't touched it. Because if I take it out of the bag, then it's not gonna make it into that video and it's gonna annoy me. But then there's just always new things happening. And just trying to like prioritize like what's new, what's exciting. And other things just always end up taking precedence. So like I said, I have so many ideas all the time, which is great. I'm happy to have lots of ideas and be like so excited about everything, but then it gets a little overwhelming when I'm like, I don't know what should go up first. This bronzer is really nice. I really like their blush that I tried as well, and I really liked their lip products that I tried too. For my cheeks, I'm going to be using this blush from the Quo Summer 2018 Face Palette collection For blush, I'm using the Quo 2018 collection. This is in Terra. I mentioned this in my swimsuit lookbook and use this kind of pinky blush. And like I said in that video, I really like Quo's face palettes. And this is a good shade. They have two different ones. So this one's a little bit deeper, which is better for deeper skin. And I always wait to gel my brows until after I've bronzed. This is nothing new, just the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. Oh, and like, just briefly I meant to mention, back to like people not uploading and stuff. This is not meant to be a bash session. No bashing of anybody in the comments. Not in my house. I'm just speaking in general to my philosophy. Okay? This is a positive space, even though I'm complaining. For highlighter, I'm going to be using the Heaven's Hue highlighter in Brilliance. Oh, speaking of positivity, right before I went on vacation, I think I'm going to use my fingers for this. I don't know what's the best method. I think this will be good if you have more textured skin too. But right before I went on vacation, several of you messaged me and I saw it myself and my jaw hit the floor, but Emily Noel mentioned me in her video. I influenced Emily Noel. My brain can't even compute that she knows who I am. She sometimes replies to my tweets. I think she follows me on Twitter and Instagram. But like, that to me is like such a big compliment because she's so genuine and like she would not be doing anything like, there's no reason for her to interact with me. Like there's no gain really for her besides like looking like a good person, which we know she is. So, yeah, that to me was just insane and I appreciate it so much because she didn't have to. She bought the Rimmel palette, the Rimmel Magnify Spice Edition, the Urban Decay dupe one. And yeah, she said that she saw my blog post on Twitter and then mentioned me and my blog and my YouTube channel, and I got some new subscribers from it, which was incredible because to get subscribers from her, I see my like set of subscribers similar to her set of subscribers, is in we're a little bit older, we're a little bit more mature, we're not looking for like the dramatics and the shenanigans. Like we're all just here to like chill, enjoy makeup, which is awesome. So I love to get more like-minded people. So I'm so freaking flattered I can't even explain it. For my lips, I'm quickly going to line them with the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, definitely a turn on Waterproof Extreme Color Lip Liner. This lip liner is so good the name had to be that long, which I agree, it's a great lip liner. So this one is in the shade Beyond Nude, and it needs to be sharpened. Okay, can't find my sharpener, going in dull. But I love these lip liners and eyeliners. Let me quickly spray my face as well. This is the Kokie Cosmetics, or Kokie Professional, sorry, Hydrating Setting Spray, long lasting. And I bought a bunch of Kokie when I was in the US last year, and then they actually sent me some stuff, so I don't know if I have enough for a full face, but I might have close to it, so again, let me know if you'd be interested in that. Before my lip, I'm going to be using this. It's very interesting. It's the Urban Decay Lo-Fi Lip Mousse, and I haven't seen anybody talking about this, but again, I have been a little bit out of the loop. This one is in the shade Noise, and they're like a powdery, moussey, I haven't even touched it yet. It's so, you can see that texture. It's really moussey, right? Or not moussey, powdery moussey. Let's touch it. Oh. Weird. I don't know if that's giving you any indication of the texture, but it's bizarre. So I tried their Hi-Fi Shine lip glosses and loved those. So these are the Lo-Fi, and they come with this little applicator for full color, or you can dab it on to be more of a stain. So I think it's interesting. I'm really into the kind of stained look lately. So let's dab it on and see. I like it. I'm really into the stain lately. Curious if these will feel drying. I feel like they might, but I'll have to wear it. This is my first time, but I love the color. So here is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed playing with makeup and chatting with me. Let me know down below if you have tried any of these products, if you're curious about them. pretty pleased with how everything came out, but again, a lot of first impressions here and just kind of testing it out, wanted to hang out, catch up. So let me know how you are doing down below, and be sure to stay tuned both on my Instagram for probably another Fenty Beauty look, and then here on YouTube I will review this foundation as well if you are interested. And if you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!